You are totally right. This is kind of what I meant when I said both sides kind of happen. You can't use time dilation or length contraction to cheat a distance in space. Rather, what you're seeing is a disagreement in what points of a continuous object are at what point in space at what time. And I usually try to keep myself kind of plain language here, but it's really a little bit difficult to not go into some of the complexities, and luckily, Minute Physics did just that. So if all you want to know is, can time dilation or length contraction be used to cheat the speed of light? No. But if you want to hear more about how it works, take it away, Minute Physics.
So to summarize, when changing to a moving perspective in our universe, there's both time dilation and time or duration contraction, and length contraction and distance dilation. These four ideas said aloud as words certainly sound super contradictory and impossible. I mean, how can time be both shorter and longer? But if you have a space-time globe, it's easy to understand that there are no paradoxes or contradictions. We simply need to be more careful with our ideas of distance and time intervals when applied to extended objects in space-time. Do we mean the time between two exact events, or the time that passes between the versions of those events that happen at the same place? Do we mean the distance between two events regardless of when they happen, or the distance between the versions of those events that happen at the same time, which is the length? This is subtle stuff, and words and equations by themselves make these concepts really, really hard to keep straight. But a space-time diagram, now, that doesn't lie.
Pretty neat, huh? Thanks, Minute Physics. So yeah, all of this brings us back to the very first thing that I said in this huge series about relativity. You can't cheat the speed of light. You just can't. There's lots of little workarounds that people think that they've found, but they don't work. And while they are based in real physics, length contraction and time dilation are real things, they're usually based on one or two poor assumptions or gaps in logic. Now, like a good scientific thinker, I'm always willing to leave room for new evidence. But right now, let's at least, finish exploring our own solar system before we start talking about going to the Andromeda Galaxy.